Future Digital is back with a new episode. In our last episode, we talked about what crypto was good for and what it's bad for. The main thing it's good for is being decentralized, not existing in any one place, but simultaneously around the globe. But do you know what else exists simultaneously around the globe? Poverty, hunger, and YouTubers. Well, that's true. I'm actually talking about the Metaverse. What is it? First of all, what is it not? It's not Meta, the new convoluted name for Facebook. Meta as a word actually means something like a self-contained reference. An example of meta humor would be this sentence: I'm so meta, even this acronym. The Metaverse is basically the term being used for the internet as it continues to evolve. If you so choose, it's already possible to exist in the Metaverse and have a life. You can wear virtual reality goggles, attend parties in 3D environments, and so on. You can also technically have sex in the Metaverse. How? Haptic clothing. Basically a $20,000 suit that you wear that is covered in little things that can allow you to feel the virtual environment you're in. And yes, Rule 34 of the internet applies to this. Someone imagined it, so there's already porn of it. Well, what I'm actually talking about is that there is a company that developed haptic lingerie for just this purpose. I guess they experienced a brutal lockdown during the pandemic. And what will happen next with the Metaverse? They'll probably just call it the Matrix. But when you're in the Metaverse, what can you buy there? Anything, really. In the virtual world or in the real world. We already fully understand about digital marketplaces. What I mean is online shopping. eBay, Amazon, that sort of stuff. And yes, your cell phone is listening to you. Just like if you have a home assistant like Google Home. This is a bit off topic, but I gotta tell you this. I'm a bit old to play with dinosaur toys, right? You could safely assume I would never even mention dinosaur toys. So I tried an experiment. When I was home in the same room as my phone, I said several times a day that I wanted to buy a dinosaur toy. And guess what started showing up in Facebook Marketplace ads? I also used to have a Google Home device. To activate it, you have to say, "Hey Google." I kept it in the kitchen, and one night I was watching a World War II documentary in my living room, and I heard Google Home asking how it could be of assistance. I was confused, then realized it must have heard something on my TV, so I went back a few seconds, played it again, and Google Home had activated to the name Goebbels. You know, one of the top Nazis. So if you have Google Home, say, "Hey Goebbels" to it. Anyhow, the Metaverse will be a step up from the normal online shops that exist today. In theory, you'll be able to browse actual physical shops wearing VR headsets, and with haptic clothing, you could even potentially be able to touch the fabric of that shirt you're interested in buying. This will take a lot of bandwidth, right? That's why 5G is such a big deal. Not so you can touch virtual underwear. Well, okay, yeah, that is sort of what it's for. But it's for literally walking in Street View in downtown Tokyo from your living room in New York. And if you want to play some music while you're doing it, just call Goebbels. But how will we pay for stuff we buy in the Metaverse? Cryptocurrencies. They go hand in hand. Blockchain technology is one of the cornerstones for a successful Metaverse. Of course, it will take some time for all this to happen as seamlessly as I've described. I mean, I'm still waiting for hoverboards. They're already 7 years too late. But the future is now, and the future is digital. As I didn't really talk about crypto that much in this episode, I have absolutely no need to remind you that I am not a financial advisor. But I'm sure that all throughout the Metaverse, there will be tons of posers pretending to be financial advisors. They're all fakes. I'm the only one you can trust. I'm just not a financial advisor. That was a meta joke. Now for this week's fact about Estonia, the crypto capital of the European Union, and also where I am right now. Estonia has provided more aid to Ukraine per capita than any other country. Financial aid, humanitarian assistance, high-tech drones and software, even military hardware. Why? Because older Estonians understand very well what's happening in Ukraine. I mean, it's not exactly the first time. But I keep seeing people from around the world saying how surprised they are by Estonia's support for Ukraine. I'm not surprised at all. Get to know an Estonian, and you won't be surprised either. See you again real soon, everyone, and thanks for watching Future Digital.